Hi, I'm David.
There you are. How are you guys doing? Our time frame when I was in high school.
And he was telling me you're going too slow.
There you are. How are you guys doing? We're all back again. David Scoggins. This is me. This is me again. Another talk. Just wanted to talk to you guys about a running story. Is actually picking up from a story I was telling you guys about. The story when I said I was bullied. You all remember that video? If you haven't, go to my page, check it out, look for that story. I was bullied. I'm picking up from a story when I ran cross country in high school. How did that all begin? As I was telling you before, I was bullied in high school by someone who was in the lower grade than me. Go figure. So I was in high school. I was still trying to find myself. Where am I? Gotta find myself. So I already had low self-esteem. I was given all these choices of these are the classes you can take, blah, blah, blah. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do modern dance? Or are you gonna do cross country? Those were the two electives I had for my sixth period because all the other classes were taken up. Now, did I do modern dance? Not really. Did I do cross country? I went running with my sister, so I already had some kind of running history. So this would be my opportunity to actually put my skills to the test and see what I can really do. So I have a treat here. This old book. Look at this. 1986. This is an old yearbook. 1986. This thing is so old, I think like Jesus was the principal and Moses was probably the vice principal. This thing is being held together by duct tape. Look at this. It doesn't even have a back page or a back cover. Look at this thing. It's old. So I just want to go through this book and talk to you about some of the stuff that was going on in here and go and tell you one of my most embarrassing running stories. So you guys buckle up. Let's get to it and let's get to this story time. Once again, this is me.
All right, guys, here we go with this ancient old yearbook here. We're going to turn in here and start talking about some history, show you all my past, and you're going to have to forgive my ghetto bookmarks. Here we go. Here's the first page. Just a little funny here. Here is the individual who bullied me during high school. This was the individual who bullied me and cornered me and took my money. I allowed him to mentally manipulate me and coerce me into doing what he wanted to because he used fear. So, you know, you gotta make sure you have that self-confidence so you're not manipulated by people like that. So, that's the gentleman right there who bullied me. He was in a younger grade than me. He played baseball. And here we go, the modern dance group. This is who they were going to let me be in the class with. Was I going to be in that? Nah, I wasn't a good dancer. So modern dance was just not in my calling. So I said I would do running. That's where I went to cross country. And I will show you what that is. Oh, and by the way, there's George McKenna. Everybody remembers that guy, right? George McKenna, that was the principal, not Jesus. And here we go, it's cross country. This is the cross country team. I ran cross country for my entire time frame when I was in high school. Yes, that is me, looking like Kunta Kinte and LeVar Burton from Roots. That's right, Kunta Kinte from Roots. So we all ran cross country. Some ran cross country for different reasons. Some of these guys down here, they played football. They ran cross country because they needed the strength and speed so they could be sprinters and be some of the runners on the team. But this is the cross country team. This is me again, looking like Kunta Kinte who has just escaped from the plantation with my flooding pants. So as you notice, my name isn't on any of this, not most valuable, nothing or anything. But now if you look over here, look at this. I ran varsity, but I was in the 11th grade, but check this out. David Scoggins, 26. Guess how many runners ran? 27. That just shows you where I was at. 26 out of 27. So yeah, I wasn't the greatest runner, but I did run and I did improve. Here is a trophy they gave me for the most improved runner, even though it's not on there at that time frame. This is it. The most improved runner trophy. I got that one. And see that varsity team, even though I came in 26, we still got the team still got the second place. So that's how cross country is scored, by whoever comes in a certain place, and that's how they score up the points. So I don't know how much of a difference I made, but 26 out of 27, go figure. So I also ran track and field, but I wasn't here on this day because guess where I was at? I was ditching. Yes, that's right, I wasn't there. Well, can you prove that you ran on the track team? Were you really ditching? Of course I can, because when you turn the page, look who's running right here. Yep, that's me. Had a little bit of hair, so see what I'm sporting now. So that's me here. I ran all long distance. This was the 1 mile race, and this is us running in Washington High School. And believe it or not, when I ran track, that was the only time I ever came in first place, ever running anything. That was the only time I came in first place. So let's go back to cross country and let's tell you a story. So here's the cross country team. This is us running down the hill here. This is called Peck Park. This is coming down the back hill, going down the trail here. So I just want to tell you a story, what happened one day here. So as you saw in the book, it was one of those races we had for cross country. I had this nervous condition back then. When I ran, I got extremely nervous. I don't like tests. I don't like to be put in that situation, but in that scenario, or any of those scenarios, whenever I ran, my stomach always was messed up. I had a crush on one of those girls in there, and we had to do this race. It was hot, my stomach was bubbling and gurgling, and I said, oh boy, I've got to go to the bathroom. But the runners were lining up at the race that you saw at Peck Park. You saw that course, that track that we were running in. We were lining up, it was hot. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna run through it. I'm not gonna go to the restroom. So we lined up, and my stomach is like, so boom, shoots the gun. So we're running, and we're running, and my stomach is like, David, you're not gonna be able to do this. But I said, yes, you are. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So I'm running, and we're going past the first loop down that hill that I showed you guys in that book, where everybody's running down that side hill. We went down there. We went into the valley. And then my stomach really started acting up, and I said, oh boy, I can't take this anymore. I've got to pull over, step off to the side, and I've got to go to the restroom. I've got to release. This is too much. My stomach was hurting so bad. So everybody was running past me, so I kind of snuck down the side of the hill, sliding down. So I'm trying to hold it all in, try to hold it together. So I'm going down this hill. So I'm sliding down this hill, and the uniform, as you saw in those pictures, the shorts were white, the shirt was red shirt,
white shorts. Sliding down the hill in these white shorts. I said, I got to slide down this hill and kind of go in the bushes, and I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm sliding. So as I'm sliding, I lose my footing. So when I lose my footing, guess where all my muscle control is going to? Trying to stop me from falling down this hill, because it's a steep ravine going down in that valley. So I'm sliding, and as I'm sliding and going down this hill, guess what's happening? I'm sliding, and I'm just releasing. So I'm sliding down this hill, and I'm going to the restroom by myself. I'm sliding down this hill. When I finally got to the bottom of the hill, I had finished going to the restroom because I slid down the hill. You talk about being embarrassed. So I'm down in the bottom of this ravine, went to the restroom. So I looked around, make sure nobody was looking, because they were way up on the top. I can hear them screaming, yeah, go, go. But I'm at the bottom of the hill. So I'll say, you know what? I've got to wash these shorts off, because my shorts were destroyed because I went to the restroom by myself. Talk about embarrassing. So I went, washed them off in this little creek that was down there in the bottom, tried to rinse them out. I said, okay, this got to be good enough. So I rinsed them out. It was a filthy mess. It's dirt, mud, and just, it was horrible. And it smelled, was bad. So I'm climbing back up this hill. Climbing up this hill. I made it back to the top of the hill. And I went and ran to the end, to the finish line. And guess what? When I got to the finish line, the finish line flags were taken down. Everything was tore down. Everybody was going home. I came in and nobody was there. Everybody was going to the bus. They just forgot about me. They were going to leave me. So I came in just dead last. Muddy, stinky. And I got on the bus because everybody was loading up. I was the last one on. And I sat next to that girl that I had a crush on. And she looked around when I sat next to her, and she said, ugh, somebody stinks. Oh my goodness. That has got to be the most embarrassing moment of my life running. Did I have to share that with you? No, I didn't, but I thought you'd get a kick out of that. So anyway, that's my cross-country story. I never really came in first place at all. I just ran for the experience of running. I don't run to come in first place or last place. I run for the experience. As you've seen in my video, you run barefoot for the experience. When you run with the shoes on, you don't get the experience. But when you run with no shoes on, it's a whole different world. Anyhow, guys, that's my story. That's me. Do you have an embarrassing story? Put it down in the comments and share with me, because I'd love to hear about it. Thanks so much for watching the story. Thanks so much for allowing me to embarrass myself in front of you. Hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share. Thank you so much for being a part of the Faces of Dave family. And remember, this is me. I'm David Scoggins, Faces of Dave. Be happy, enjoy life, and be you, and keep running. See you next time.